Hello, I am the Hollow One, and today I have another paranormal game for you called the Hosting Game. But before I get into telling you how to play the game, I will have it linked in the description below because it's a lot of steps if you decide to try this or read up on it because you think it's interesting. But I advise you not to play this game because it is very dangerous and something very bad could happen. Now let's get into the Hosting Game. The object of the Hosting Game is to summon 3 ghosts. To play the Hosting Game, you will need 3 matches, a clock, a pen or pencil, and a sheet of paper. You also need to be alone in your house. Preparations. Select one room in the house. The room must be small and empty with no windows. It can be a closet, a bathroom, or any other type of room in the Hosting Game. If you cannot find a room like this with no windows, you can use the room that has windows, but they must be blocked out somehow. No light should be able to get into the room. Now here are the steps. Step 1, turn off all sources of noise. That means phones, TVs, computers, other electrical gadgets, etc. Step 2, wait until it is dark outside. Turn off all the lights in the house except the light in the hosting room. Leave that one on. If there is no light bulb in the hosting room, you can use a candle or a flashlight in there. Leave the pen, paper, and clock in the hosting room. Now step 3. Now the game can begin. Go to the furthest point in your house from the hosting room. Walk from the room to room, making your way back to the hosting room. In each room you pass through, stop and call out, "I will be ready soon." Step 4. When you get to the hosting room, take the sheet of paper and write the following on it. You are invited to a gathering hosted by, and write your name. It takes place and write the current time and then say bring your friends. Place the sheet of paper on the floor in the middle of the room. Step 5. Stand in the doorway facing into the hosting room and say, "I am ready, you may come in." Step 6. Turn off the light, turn around, and walk out. Stand outside the doorway with your back turned to the hosting room. Step 7. Take out 3 matches and hold them in your hand. Count out loud from 1 to 10. At 10, strike the first match. If the match lights on the first strike, say out loud, "I'm glad to see you. Thank you for coming." If the match does not light on the first strike, immediately proceed to the next step. Step 8. Strike the second match. If the match lights on the first strike, say out loud, "I'm glad to see you. Thank you for coming." If the match does not light on the first strike, drop it immediately and proceed to the next step. Now step 9. Strike the third match. If the match lights on the first strike, say out loud, "I'm glad to see you. Thank you for coming." If the match does not light on the first strike, this is very bad. It means you have an uninvited guest. Do not turn around. Run immediately to the nearest light source, not the one in the hosting room, and turn it on. The party is over. Now step 10. If the third match is lit on the first strike, stand very still. Listen carefully. You will hear a faint voice or whisper behind you. Do not turn around. To end the hosting game, say out loud, "Thank you for coming. Goodbye." Then walk to the nearest light source and turn it on. The game is over. Your guests are gone. Do not turn around or look behind you at any point during this game. Now I told you the game is very complicated and has a lot of steps, so it will be linked down below. Now if you like this paranormal game, please give me a like, subscribe, comment, and share. That would greatly be appreciated. And remember, forever and always, welcome to the void.